Hey, on this episode of Black History Now, we want to highlight Kweli TV. So, if you don't know, Kweli TV is a history maker. Now, I have to admit, I'm a little biased in this regards. I am a subscriber to Kweli TV and also have invested a little bit in Kweli TV as well. But they are making history, and I wanted to make sure that you knew everything you can about them. So, Kweli TV is kind of like Netflix for Nubians. It's like Ebony Hulu. You know, I'm making really bad connections there, but it's a streaming service that has a lot of high quality and interesting quality content that deals with people of African descent. So you can binge on the culture. So, you know, as you can see here, they have over 500 undiscovered award-winning indie films, documentaries, web series, and kids shows. They have some pretty nice cartoons celebrating global black stories. So you can subscribe. You know, the subscription information is right there. It's a great platform. It's a great platform, particularly if you like things that are different. You know, if you're looking for that really different thing, you're going to find that really different thing. One of the things I really enjoy about Kweli TV is they have content from all over the diaspora. So if I'm looking for some documentaries that deal with people of African descent in Latin America, you know, que bueno, they have them. All right, eso, they have it. They have it right there. You know, I was just looking at a documentary that kind of highlighted the African diaspora in the Dominican Republic. There's one that I saw for Puerto Rico. There was one on Cuba. You know, there's one up there now on Ecuador. You can find all this great content on Kweli TV. So, hey, that's who we're highlighting today. That's who we're highlighting today. So, now, I mentioned a few moments ago that, you know, I am an investor. And so, you know, I have to be transparent. So, on republic.co, you can invest. There's 88 days left. You know, this is, you know, February 1st, 2022. So, you know, I'm kind of dating this broadcast, but, you know, 88 days left. If you find favor in Kweli TV, you can invest in them. And this is one of the things that I think is pretty intriguing, that if you're a non-accredited investor, which means you're not raking in the dough, but you want to invest in some startups, you can go to places like Start Engine, you can go to places like republic.co, you can go to places like buytheblock.com. These are all non-accredited fundraising for startups, and you can purchase not stock. You're going to purchase equity in their startup. And what happens, hey, whenever they get acquired, or whenever they get a payday, or whenever they go public, you can cash out and you'll have an increase, hopefully, on your investments. You know, I'm not giving investment advice here, but this is one of the joints that I've invested in, right? So, you know, you can go on Republic like I did and make a small investment. Here's some highlights. And once again, they're a history maker. So they're named one of the best movie streaming services by PC Magazine. That's decent. 98 of the films have been in film festivals, so they do a heavy vetting of the content. 430 global filmmakers with at least 91% are of African descent, and half are women. Did I mention that Kweli TV was founded by a black woman? They've been featured in Business Insider, CNN, Deadline, Emmy Magazine, The Roots, and more. The Roots. Oh well. You know, so far they've earned $653,000 in revenue with very little investment. So if you're really interested in investing, you have an opportunity now to invest in Kweli TV. They are history in the making. So that's who we're celebrating today. We're highlighting Kweli TV. You can find them online. Here's a little information about them. So, matter of fact, let them say a little bit. I'm probably going to get a copyright strike for doing this, but I want them to speak for themselves. So, here's a little bit about Kweli TV.
Have you ever scrolled through one of those popular streaming services for hours and thought,
why can't I find enough high-quality Black films and shows?
Well, now there's a streaming service just for you.
The new TV video network
dedicated to the issues, stories, and culture of the global Black community.
The dopest independent films, documentaries, web shows,
and news from the entire African diaspora.
We're talking content from North America, Europe,
Latin America, the Caribbean,
and Africa.
All in one spot.
Each title is handpicked with us in mind by showing a true representation of the Black experience without all the stereotypical roles and storylines you see in mainstream media.
With new content added every Wednesday.
Monthly subscriptions are just $5.99.
Wait, $5.99? That's cheaper than those other guys.
So what are you waiting for? Join the revolution in Black cinema.
Okay, I'm here.
Hey, and the other thing I want to highlight is one of the great things about Kweli TV is if you're a creator, you might get your content on Kweli TV. There are a couple of others. Afro-Land was one that I found out about 2 or 3 years ago. There's a new one that's developing, so there's some options that are coming out. So, like I said, Netflix for Nubians or Ebony Hulu. Showtime for the Sun people, the copper skinned. I'm not sure, however you want to put it, but check out Kweli TV. They're making Black history now. You can be a part by subscribing or investing or just checking out, sharing the world. All right, so that's our highlight tonight. Kweli TV, Black history now.